Welcome back. It's time to escape to the action. It's Seminole Casino Immokalee. It's Vegas style 24/7 because just like Vegas, Seminole Casino never closes. It is pure entertainment anytime you want, and it is truly where paradise wins. When looking for a reason to visit Tampa, you don't have to look very hard. In fact, a must-see destination is the Tampa Bay History Center, located in the heart of downtown Tampa. They have 3 floors of exhibits covering thousands of years of Florida's history. Here to tell us more and invite you to their Suited for Space exhibit is Manny Leto with the Tampa Bay History Center. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
So glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm excited to hear about this History Center. I was telling you I grew up in Tampa. I've never heard of the History Center, but it is relatively new, right?
We are. We just opened about 5 years ago, so we actually just celebrated our 5-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
And we're right on the waterfront in downtown Tampa, and I think a lot of people are surprised. I mean, we're a very large facility, 3 floors of exhibits, very hands-on, very interactive, and it's really more than just the local history, but really a full story of the west coast of Florida.
And I was asking you, is this something that kids and adults and kind of take all ages enjoy?
Absolutely. It's really a good experience for the whole family because little kids can enjoy it and adults can enjoy it. They can remember a little bit of their history and growing up in the Tampa Bay area, but then they can bring their kids and sort of teach them about that history. And then there's a lot of hands-on things for people to do. Which
I love, because sometimes when you say history, kind of people's eyes glaze over and go, oh, but when you make it interactive and, you know, it makes it come alive. That's what people want.
Yeah, we didn't want to be a place where you just put your hands in your pockets, so we really wanted to be a place where you could reach out, you could learn about the history of the area in an engaging way.
And what's really cool, you guys are connected to the Smithsonian, right? Tell us about that connection. It's pretty rare.
We're a Smithsonian affiliate. We're one of about a dozen, 12 or 13 in the state of Florida. And basically what that means is that we are able to borrow exhibits from the Smithsonian, borrow items out of their collections, that our staff is able to do some training with the Smithsonian, and it just kind of gives us a little bit of a higher standard with what we do.
Which brings us to the exhibit that you're here to talk about this morning, which is so cool, the Suited for Space, right?
Yeah. Suited for Space comes to us from the Smithsonian. It's the Smithsonian Traveling Exhibition Service, and what I've got here is what's called a liquid cooling suit. I'm losing a foot down here.
Liquid cooling suit?
Yeah, so we're all familiar with the iconic Apollo spacesuits and the white spacesuits that astronauts wear.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it right there.
But what we know a little less about is what they wear underneath the suits, and this liquid cooling suit is what keeps the astronauts cool while they're working in space, because it can be very hot. So if they're outside of the spacecraft for 6 or 7 hours, this pumps about 4 pounds of water through 400 feet of 1/8-inch tubing. And it's a very sheer garment, and it's worn very close to the skin. And so this pumps water through throughout the suit and keeps them cool. And
is this something they still wear today?
It is. It is. In fact, this is what they currently wear. In the Apollo era, it was a little different than this, and it was really developed because they discovered that working out in space, they're just sweating almost to the point where it can be dangerous for them. So this apparatus was developed to, like I said, to keep them cool in space.
Wow, how cool is that? So that's just one of the things you can see at the exhibit. What else is this Suited for Space exhibit offering?
Well, it's mostly photographs of spacesuits, and the interesting thing about spacesuits is that even though they were developed to endure the rigors of space and travel into outer space, they're actually very fragile, and so when they come back to Earth, they are kept at the Smithsonian, and they do not travel. So the Smithsonian came up with this way to actually bring the spacesuits out to the public and to show people what they're made of, quite literally. So what you'll see are large format photographs of spacesuits and then X-ray images of those suits, so you can see their inner workings and what happens underneath the suits and items like this, and how they're constructed.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, remind everybody again, because you guys are located kind of in the Channel Side area, if people are familiar with Tampa, which is a great location.
Yeah, we're on the south end of downtown Tampa, the Channel Side area. It's really the kind of the port area of Tampa.
But there's tons of restaurants, but I understand there's a restaurant right inside.
There is. Some of your viewers may be familiar with the Columbia Restaurant restaurant. It's actually Florida's oldest restaurant. It's one of the oldest Spanish restaurants in the United States, and we've got a branch of the Columbia restaurant right inside the History Center. So I think we're very lucky to actually be able to share a little piece of living Florida history with the people that visit. So you can have a Cuban sandwich or a 1905 salad from the Columbia restaurant.
I've had several of those.
And then go visit the History Center.
That's awesome. Well, what's coming up next? Again, I know there's lots of exhibits kind of coming in and out.
Sure. Well, there's always something new at the History Center, and so our next exhibition coming up in the summer is The Highwaymen, which is a group of Florida folk artists, a group of African-American Florida folk artists, and so that'll be coming up over the summer once Suited for Space closes.
And you're going to be back talking a little bit more about that. But Manny, thank you so much for being here this morning. I can't wait to go to the History Center and check it out myself.
Well, you got to come back and visit the hometown.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here. We look forward to having you back, Manny.
Thanks.
All right, well, the results are in. Up next, where you can find the best of the best when it comes to your